Okay, this is the second lesson on adjectives, and it is our second lesson on modifiers, which are words that describe other words in the sentence. So adjectives, we can use verb participles, that's the forms of the verb, two forms, as adjectives. So we can use the present participle and the past participle. If we're using them as adjectives, they would not be the verb in the sentence. So for an example, the architect created a surprising design. Here, surprising is the present participle of surprise, but it's not the verb, it's an adjective describing design. The dancing leaves hid the singing bird. In this sentence, dancing is a present participle of dance, but it's acting as an adjective describing leaves, not as a verb. And singing is also acting as an adjective. It is the present participle of sing, but it is describing bird here as opposed to being a verb. The decorated building looks amazing. Decorated is the past participle of decorate, but here it's being used as an adjective describing building. It's not being used as the verb. And the trained puppy graduated from school last week. Again, trained is the past participle of train, but it's not the verb. Graduated is the verb. Trained here is an adjective describing puppy. So you'll notice, right, that in each of these cases, there's no helping verb in front of them. If we were using dancing as a verb, for example, it would be I am dancing or he was dancing. And there isn't, right? We've got the article and we've got the noun, so it's being used as an adjective instead. We can also use nouns as adjectives. And typically they will be directly before the noun they are modifying, and they will answer the question, what kind or which one? So for example, the shoe salesperson rearranged the display. Here, shoe would normally be a noun, but instead it's acting as an adjective telling us which salesperson or what kind of salesperson was rearranging the display. Another example, the date for the birthday party has been announced. Normally, birthday would seem like it was a noun, but here it's an adjective telling us about the party, what kind of party or which party we are talking about. We also have something called proper adjectives. So that's when a proper noun is used as an adjective, or in some cases we form new words that are adjectives from a proper noun. In both cases, you would capitalize it. So for example, crocodiles live in the Florida wetlands. Florida is typically a noun. It's a proper noun. Here it's acting as an adjective telling us which wetlands crocodiles live in. We do still capitalize it. The students are studying American history. In this case, American comes from the word America. It's a proper adjective. We still capitalize it because the word it is coming from, being formed from, is a proper noun. And it is describing history. So here's a chart. These are some proper adjectives formed from nouns. So for example, we have endings in AN like American, Mexican, Moroccan, Alaskan, Guatemalan would be examples. We also have ending ESE, Chinese from the word China would be an example, Balinese, Sudanese from Sudan, or Japanese coming from the word Japan. And then the ending IAN, like Canadian from Canada, Italian from Italy, Nigerian from Nigeria, or Asian from Asia. And then we have ISH, which would be Spanish from Spain, Irish from Ireland, Turkish from Turkey, and English from England. So the top word would be the noun in each case, the bottom word, the adjective formed from it. We can also use different groups of pronouns as adjectives. When they are being used as an adjective, it will modify a noun. The noun will be a noun right after it in the sentence. If it's replacing the noun and there is no noun other than the pronoun, then that's a pronoun. So some examples, we can use demonstrative adjectives, words like this, that, these, and those, as adjectives or as pronouns. So as an adjective, that car is a good buy. In this case, that is describing car. You'll notice the noun is right after it. But as a pronoun, we saw that. So in this case, that is replacing whatever it is we saw. We're only using the word that. It's acting as a pronoun. Another example, these tomatoes are overripe. In this case, these is modifying tomatoes, telling us which tomatoes we're talking about, and the word tomatoes follows it. It also can be used as a pronoun. These are in the best condition. In this case, it's replacing the word tomato, and we're just talking about the as these, and so therefore it's the pronoun. Interrogative pronouns can also be used as adjective. Those are words such as which, what, whose. And so an example of that, which prize do you think he will choose? In this case, which is modifying prize, and prize is the noun, and it immediately follows the word which, so it's an adjective. In this sentence, which do you think he will choose? Which is replacing the word prize. What follows it is a helping verb, and so it's acting as a pronoun. Another example, whose umbrella is on the table? In this sentence, whose is modified umbrella. The noun immediately follows it, and so therefore it's acting as an adjective. In this sentence, whose can that be? Right? It is actually replacing the word umbrella. We're just using the word whose, and therefore it is a pronoun. The last group that can be used as adjectives are indefinite pronouns. So many of these can be used as adjectives. One example is the word many. Many students did well on that test. Here, many is modifying students, the noun, which immediately again follows the adjective. When it's used as a pronoun, we take the word students out and we just say many did well on that test, and now it's acting as a pronoun. Both girls enjoyed the movie. In this case, both is acting as an adjective, modifying the word girls. But if we take girls out of the sentence, both enjoyed the movie, then it's acting as a pronoun. If you have any questions on this lesson, I will be happy to answer them in class.